Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We're coming live from the Ironwood Forest National Monument. Welcome to Desert Adventures in Arizona. Thanks, everyone, for stopping in. Appreciate it. Let me see who we have here today. First in the house was Tracy from Jolly Matilda. Good morning, Tracy. Yeah, live notifications might not be going out because of the time change. I had to adjust mine here in Arizona to fit in between Ava Potterfield and friends and Grandma Kelly. So they go live before me. And so I adjusted mine to from 8 o'clock until 9 o'clock Arizona Mountain Standard Time. So hopefully it's not too confusing. There's Ava Potterfield. Thanks, Ava, for the shout out. She's a great supporter of mine. If you haven't checked out Ava Potterfield and Friends, be sure to check out her channel. They do, my favorite, I think, are their Friday night music that they share with us. Her and her husband, Doug, do a great job. And we usually watch that while we're eating dinner. It's always a good time. Step Van Dan, good morning. Good morning. Thanks for coming in and joining us today. Appreciate it very much. Let's see who else we have here. We have Fairy Dust. Good morning, Bernae. Happy Monday. Thank you very much for being here. Everybody's saying hello. Oh, Exploring Canada. Good morning, Karen. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well and staying warm up there. Busby Adventures is in the house. Good morning. Good morning. My neighbor to the south here in Arizona. Diane Phoenix is here. Good morning, Diane. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Lillian is here. Awesome, Lillian. Thank you. Lillian had a bit of bad luck recently. Somebody broke into her Jeep, busted the back window, stole a couple speakers. I hate it when people do that, but she got the window fixed, and hopefully that will not happen again. Everybody's saying hello. We have Crime Time, Wine Time. Oh, I love that channel name. Thank you for joining us today. Appreciate it very much. See who else we have here. Everybody's saying hello. We have The Adventures of Kenny and Debbie, another great channel. We have so many great channels, folks. So if you see someone in there in the chat there, go check them out. Exploring Canada is good. Busby Adventures, Step Van Dan is great. Fairy Dust is putting content up. Who else do we have? Busby Adventures, Ava Potterfield, I mentioned. They're all great channels, and we do our best to support each other. So you might notice the flag behind me. This week, I think, is an important week in that tomorrow we have the chance to vote for our elected officials. And so regardless of who you vote for, be sure to get out and cast your vote. That's what keeps our country going. And so get out there and vote tomorrow. However you want to do it, however you do it in your area, be sure you do that. That's important. We have Leanne Crawford stopped in. Good morning, Leanne. Thank you very much for coming in. And I think I missed, did I miss Isa? Good morning, Isa. Thank you very much for coming in. And moderators, if you want to post a link to your channel, feel free to do that anytime you like through the live stream. We have Abandoned and Forgotten Whales from across the pond. Thank you very much for coming in. I've been following a couple channels over there in Europe. Very interesting to see the old history and a lot of the old castles and rock wall formations and things over there. Well, you talk about history, they've got it over there. We have Jenny here. Good morning, Jenny. Met Jenny over in Grandma Kelly's live. So Grandma Kelly has a live right before mine. So we have Ava Potterfield and friends at 7 a.m. Grandma Kelly, Clean Life, Clean Living is now at 8 a.m. Then I'm coming on at 9. And then we have Roy and Becky's Travels on at 10 a.m. right after me. So there's your lineup for Monday morning. Hopefully you have time. We have the Dyson's Crazy Adventure. Good morning, Christina. Good morning. Thanks for coming in. All right, we have the Rock Butcher here. Get out and vote, exercise that right. That's very true. That's a right that we all have, and that's our say in how our country is run. And so if you don't like what they're doing, vote them out. There they are, Roy and Becky. Becky is here. Roy is dumping the All right. Well, that's an important job. And Becky, he's the one that should be doing it, I think. There's Busby saying hello to Diane. And we have CR View. Good morning. Good morning. We're looking forward to seeing CR View here in a few days. They should be making their way back to Quartzsite from Texas. And we're looking forward to seeing CR View. Tim, Gracie, and Crystal are a great family. They do cooking videos on their channel as well as, whatever pops up. They're full timers and traveling around in an RV, and they do work camping. So there is Grandma Kelly. Good morning, Grandma Kelly. Boom, we are here and you are shared. Thank you, Grandma Kelly, very much. I learned a lot from Grandma Kelly. Her mission is helping YouTubers. And so there's a lot of discussion on her live streams and about how to, work the YouTube universe, I call it, how to do things on YouTube if you're a content creator. And one thing I learned recently from her is if you put up some shorts on your channel, YouTube will push you out there. And so that's helped me gain about 80 subscribers over the last month. So Grandma Kelly, thank you very much. We have She Devil in the house. Good morning, She Devil. That's Tommy. She's got a camp trailer and she does content as well. Let's see what else we have. We have Rocky Mountain Life Prospecting. Good morning from Colorado. Ooh, love Colorado, a beautiful state, but it's a little colder than the desert. So let's see who else we have here. I talked to Jenny already. Diane, Rock Butcher, I mentioned that. Okay. KT Spirit is here. Good morning. Good morning. Glad you're here, KT. Thank you very much. Very cool. Thanks everybody for coming in. Something else that is happening this week here in the US is Veterans Day. Veterans Day is November 4th. And we celebrate all those people who committed to be in the military and do their time in the military, hopefully make it out safe, but some folks didn't make it back home. And so we like to recognize those folks because they're the ones that are basically protecting us, keeping our country free so that we can enjoy our life the way that we like to live it. We have CM Family Channel. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for coming in. Always appreciate Grandma Kelly shouting us out. Thank you very much. And we have Ron Darrell here. Yay, morning. Not sure, Ron, whether you're going to go live today, but right now, Roy and Becky are scheduled right after me at 10 o'clock Arizona time. And let us know if you're going to go live later on. Here we go. There's Kelly's channel. Grandma Kelly's channel's right there. Thank you, Brene, for posting that. Appreciate it very much. So let's check on the weather where you're at. Give me a weather report for where you're at. Hey, Siri, what's the weather here?
It's currently clear and 52 degrees. Temperatures are heading down from 70 degrees to 57 degrees tonight.
Ooh, it looks like the high is going to be, what's the high? 82. High is going to be 82 here today. Pretty warm for most of you, huh? But it's nice for us down here in Arizona. We love it. All right, Ron says, whatever you want me to do, I'm easy. I told Roy that you were easy, Ron. So maybe after Roy's live, Roy and Becky's live, if you want to do a pop-up live, Ron Darrell Adventures will probably be live here. That would be probably around 11 o'clock Arizona time. Right now, for all of us that are confused, it's 9:14 here in Arizona. So look at your clock, 9:14, 11 o'clock. Ron Dale will probably be popping up in an hour and 45 minutes or so. Perfect weather, yeah. We love it. All right, so Rocky Mountain Life Prospecting says our animal rescue is a military boarding home during deployment. Cool, that's nice. Ann says they have a frozen mix where she's at. That would be up in Oregon area. Tracy says 72 on my back porch in Norfolk, Virginia. Oh, we have Quiet Listener here, another good channel. She does Indian flute music, which I love. It's very relaxing and nice to listen to in the evening. Giving Ron a little hard time. Here we go. Here's our 30 degrees here at 9,350 feet in altitude. That's cold. That's not as cold as Rob, 24 degrees in South Dakota. Woo! South Dakota is another beautiful state we like to visit. Busby says it's a good day for a drive. Yeah. Fairy Dust says it's 59, highs around 63 here in southern Arizona, a bit rainy. That's nice. You can use the rain, huh? Lillian says 39 with a 45 high in Portland, Oregon. That's not too bad as long as you're above freezing. All right, Jenny says it's rain, cold, nice, then cold, then it's 10:15 a.m. in Wisconsin. Rock Butcher says 40 degrees here and sunny. 2 inches of snow last night, first snow of the year. Snow, that's that white stuff we hear about, right? Video link between the animals and the front lines, huge morale boost. That is great. Rocky Mountain Life Prospecting, that's great. So Rock Butcher says, I'm in Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada, Northwest Ontario, near the Minnesota border. Okay, that's why it's so cold up there. There's Rocky Mountain Life Prospecting. Go check them out. Thanks, Fairy Dust. Quiet Listener says 41 degrees right now. KT's at 300 feet above sea level. After my trip to the river, looks like we all need rain. Must be running low then, huh? My muddy mess. Thank you very much for being here. There's Victoria May's channel, Quiet Listener. Can somebody post Ava Potterfield's channel too? One of the mods. And then I want to make sure that we give her a shout out there. We have Oak. Oak by Bettina is here, 79 in Florida with a high of 88. Now that's good temperature right there, Oak. Awesome. Let's see who else we have here. Let's see. We have some more. She Devil says about 80 in Richmond, Virginia. She Devils in Richmond, Virginia. Good to see you, Tommy. Thank you. Now we have Lillian and Sandra, who are sisters. They're twins. Lillian is 2 minutes older than her sister, Sandra. And Sandra is on the way to work. She was in earlier in one of the earlier lives. All right, so Rock Butcher says that little pond called Lake Superior keeps the temperatures moderated here. Okay, 30 miles north of here, it's a lot colder. Okay, that's interesting. Karen, what's the temperature up there where you're at right now? I'm kind of curious. I may have missed your weather report. There is Ava's channel. Great channel, guys. Check her out. KT says it's going to be 87 in Alabama today. That is warmer than here. Punch that doorbell with your thumb, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. We have Tanya Russell here. Good morning, everyone. Cold in Iowa today. Tanya's my sister. Thank you, sister. Appreciate you being here. Whoops, it jumped on me. There is Sandra's channel. This is Hawkins Family Adventures. Thank you very much, Jolly Matilda, for posting that. We have Small Town Tourists from Mesa, Arizona. Another good channel if you're interested in seeing what they're up to. Leanne Crawford says 34 degrees in central Wisconsin. Joy Blessed Life is here. Good morning. Ah, you got the internet back on today. That's very good. Very good. Another good channel. They do walk around live streams where they're at. So Joy is editing. Yeah, we're all editing, huh? Never ends. But that's what we do. That's what we do. Let's see who else we have going on here. There's Rob. So Lake Superior is a little pond, huh? Rock Butcher. Yeah, a little pond called Lake Superior. I think some of the areas there around the lakes also get that snow, a lake effect snow. I think I've heard it. There's Gracie. Gracie and Jacques. Good morning, Gracie. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it very much. Hope you're doing well. There's KT Spirits channel. Thank you, Tracy. So there's Karen's channel. Karen is a fellow, she's a fellow pilot, drone pilot. This is my drone here, and she's got the same one. This one's all packed up to travel. Mini Mavic drone, and Karen does some cool videos up there in Canada where she's at. Okay, here's her report. 4 inches of snow yesterday, and temperatures are 32 degrees, but not too cold. 32 degrees is cold, Karen. Not cold for a Canadian, though. See who else we have here. All right, Step Van Dan says 32 in Michigan. Oh, Minnesota. I'm sorry, Minnesota. We have One Jaws Jr. here. Good morning. Good morning. All right. Thank you, Scott, for being here. Oh, I've been listening on Ann J's Sunday Drives phone. Thought I would pop in and say hi. All right, very good. One Jaws Jr. is a rock collector, and it's interesting to watch his channel. Ann J Sunday Drives is his wife. Also an interesting channel. And then they have a channel where they show their pugs. They have two pugs, brother and sister, and they have videos on there, and that just makes me laugh watching them. Let me see if I can catch up. There's a Small Town Tourist. Thank you, Tracy. Small Town Tourist channel right there. Everyone thumbs up and then go vote, please. Awesome. Catching up, scrolling. Yeah, lake effect snow. Okay. Lake effect is a thing. T-Bay usually misses it, but the west end of the lake gets smoked. Okay. St. Marie. Okay. Yeah, I've seen it on the news where depending on the direction the storm is traveling, it picks up moisture. Oh, Merton and Sue. Good morning. Good morning. Traveling Merton and Sue. Another good channel. I think they just took off on their cross country trip. Leaving from Massachusetts, and I think they're heading down to Florida, and then maybe over here to Arizona. So it would be great to meet you guys. There's Scott's channel. Thank you, Fairy Dust. There's Scott's channel right there. We have Van Vita Travels here. One of my members. Thank you, Van Vita Travels. Thank you very much for being here. Hope you're staying warm up there. Paula had a great live the other night, and she does a live stream every week. So does Nate from Land Cloud Adventures. Haven't seen him in here yet, but another great channel. Catching up, scrolling. Oh, thank you, Grandma Kelly. Appreciate it very much. Let me see if I have something to play for you. There we go.
Awesome!
Thank you, Grandma Kelly. Appreciate it very much. Oh, we have a new member, Jenny D. Thank you, Jenny. Appreciate you joining the family here. I will get this updated, which I'll play again. I'll get my my little video updated here. Let me find it again. This one here, Jenny, I'll add you to this tonight. Awesome. I appreciate everybody who's joined the channel, who supports the channel. You don't have to, but even coming in and watching my videos, attending live streams, it all counts, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you very much. We get back here to the comments. There we go. Thanks again, Grandma Kelly. Appreciate it. We have Matthew here. Good morning, Matthew. Joy Blessed Life saying hello. Rocky's on probation. Rocky is Ron's little dog. He must be causing some trouble there, huh? Let's see who else we have here. All right, there is Traveling Merton and Sue's channel. They have a live stream every week where they sit on the couch and they talk about their week, interact with the chat. A great couple. Merton is a mechanic, and Sue cleans houses, I think. And Paula says she's hiding from the snow. Well, Paula, you know where to go to get away from the snow, but I know you have to work. So plan your next trip down here to Arizona, and we will be down here to meet you. Oh, must be a squirrel. There's Exploring Canada's channel. That's Karen's channel. That's the one we talked about earlier. Thank you very much. So we're trying to figure out why Rocky is on probation. There's Roy and Becky. Now they're coming up at 10 o'clock. Their live stream comes up at 10 o'clock. They're full-time RVers. For anyone who has not made it over to their channel, they're up in Quartzsite, Arizona. They run off of Starlink, and they're boondocking up there in Quartzsite, and they know how to do it. You know, they're great channel, great people. We're going to go up there after Thanksgiving and hang out with them for a little while. We always enjoy that. Matthew wants to go back to Halloween. Stefan, oh, we have Mel and Nettie here. Good morning, good morning. Thank you, guys. On my way to a doctor's appointment. Appreciate it very much. Got to hit that doctor once in a while. Stay healthy. All right, so Oak by Bettina says, traveling to Florida, look out for the storm, Nicole. Camp Goer 1, good morning. Thanks for coming in. Met Camp Goer 1 last January in Box Van D's meetup, I think. If not, I follow her channel regardless. I thought she was there. There's Step Van Dan's channel. Good morning. Rock Butcher says, I spent 5 days in Arizona when I drove 66 back in 2005. Yeah, a lot of mining history here. In fact, where Oak and I live is inside the Ironwood Forest National Monument. And in the monument, there's a bunch of old mines out here. Scrolling. Uh-oh. Ron's got a squirrel in his trailer. There's Fairy Dust channel. She was posting some good videos about Box Van D's last meetup. That's right. Okay, I thought we had met. Yeah. Are you going to make it there again this year, Camp Goer 1, or are you up there now? So let's see. Again, I want to thank Ava Potterfield and friends, Grandma Kelly, my other members, Mo Bang for Your Bucks, Jolly Matilda, Belisa Chubby, Johnny's Journey just joined. She does van builds. I think Midwest Van Builds is the name of her company. She does interior van builds. So check out Johnny's Journey's channel. Box Van D is a member. Everyone knows Box Van D. Van Vita Travels, Paula, Roy and Becky's Travels, Grandma Kelly, of course, and CR View. Thank you, everyone, for being here. And I'm going to play you a video. Let's see, which one should we pick? You know, before I head out to the desert, I have to get the Jeep ready. This is how I do it. that's me, my brother, and my other brother getting the Jeep ready so I can go out and I can fly the drone. You guys like that? I love flying that drone, especially out here. We live in the Ironwood Forest National Monument. Normally, you cannot fly in monuments or national parks, but the unique thing about this place is that it's also a military operations area, an MOA. So the military flies their choppers and does low-level flights out here. And so that also allows me to fly my drone out here as well. And so I really enjoy it. It's great video for the channel. And then it gets me out. Like Grandma Kelly says, you have to get out and exercise. And that's a great way to do it for sure. So Karen Boardman popped in. And there's Karen's channel. Thank you, Karen, very much. Thank you, Jenny. Yeah, it takes time to learn the controls on a drone. You don't want to be too jerky because it kind of makes you sick when you're trying to watch it. So I've been flying a couple years now. I have a commercial drone pilot's license through the FAA. And so I can share my video on my monetized channel. So if you have a drone and if you're monetized, the FAA requires you to have a commercial license. Beautiful country. I'd love to work there. I worked in Colorado on the Utah line, but it's not the same. Still beautiful. Oh, okay. Yeah. Tombstone is a great place to visit for sure. I was down there in Tombstone area on a Jeep run. Local Jeep run is a club I belong to here in Tucson. It's called the Tucson Rough Riders. And we went out and went down to the Tombstone area, and I'm looking for the video here. Here we go. And it's called China Peak. It's up in the Dragoon Mountains. Do you like that? Thanks, Ann. Appreciate it very much. Ann J. Sunday Drives. If you don't know her, be sure to check her out. She does great videos. So I'm going to show you something here. Let's see if this guy looks familiar to you. Does this guy look familiar? Does he look like me? Yeah, he was a lot younger back then. That was me in about 1993. I was in the Air Force. I spent 21 years, 4 months, and 7 days in the United States Air Force. Retired in 1996. So I normally don't toot my own horn, but I think today, I think I will. So there I am as a senior master sergeant, munitions maintenance technician, and I had a great career serving my country, and I'll tell you what, I would do it all over again. When people say, thank you for your service, my answer to them is, thank you. I was proud to serve our great country. Proud to serve, absolutely. So, folks, make sure you get out and vote tomorrow. It's very important. The guys that are out there and the gals that are out there in the military are protecting our right to vote. They're protecting our right to vote. We haven't had anyone invade our country because of folks that are in the military that help protect our country. So, regardless of your politics, make sure you get out to vote tomorrow. Enough of that. Back to the chat. So, I saw, thank you. I was proud to serve, Debbie. Thanks, Debbie, for being here. Appreciate it very much. Jenny says, had my first child in 96. I think I was 22. Yeah, 96 is when I retired from the Air Force. I had a great career. I was proud to serve. And I saw Dan mention that he had lost his drone. It was still up in the oak tree. And Dan, I had one like that too. This was a little cheap version that I was practicing with. And I flew it off and it didn't come back. And so my wife, Oki, was out in the yard one day and she came walking in with this little thing. And she said, what's this? I said, oh, there it is. So it was up in a tree for probably a year and a half, maybe 2 years. And it finally came out. So it eventually will come out there, Dan. You just have to be around. You have to be around to catch it when it does. Professor of mine said it ain't bragging if you did it. That's a good point, KT. Good point. Old Car Junkie is here. Hello, Teddy. Thank you for coming in. My second to the youngest son is a master sergeant in the Air Force. And you know, Leanne, that is a very good point. You remind me that mothers, spouses, including husbands and wives, what is your job as a spouse? Well, my spouse, Oki, was always home waiting for me. So when I got orders to go temporary duty somewhere, or I had to jump on a plane and they dumped me in South Korea for a couple weeks, or I went to Iceland, for a month, all those times I had to leave, it was not too hard for me because I was busy doing my job, staying busy. But her and the kids were sitting at home waiting, and worrying. And you always worry, they worry. And as a husband, I worried about, is everything okay at home? Anything broken in the house? Is there any electrical issues? Is the car running okay? When I was traveling a lot, we had an old 1973 Volkswagen because you don't make a lot of money in the military. So you buy old cars, you fix them up. And one time the car broke down on Oki, but she was able to get it going again. And so that was a big worry for me being deployed. It's also a situation for those left at home. So I think as part of our remembrance of Veterans Day, we need to also recognize the families, the moms, the dads, the spouses, the kids, because they're the ones that are sitting at home waiting for their loved one to come back home. Thank you, Glock Family Adventures. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. There's Old Car Junkies channel right there. Oh, what a handsome man. Back then, yeah, I guess I was. That's why Oki fell in love with me, I think. We have Paper Bag Nomad here. Good morning. Good morning. Another great channel. You talk about a unique channel, Paper Pack Nomad. He's the one. There's Roy and Becky's Travels. Again, they're coming live here in about 15 minutes. So if anyone wants to drop their link, there's Step Van Dan's channel. Thank you. Oh, okay. Rock Butcher says, I was a Canadian light infantry for 5 years, then went back to school to be a GEO. 32 years later, I'm much better GEO than I was a soldier. Very good. Thank you for your service to Canada. If you don't hit a tree with your drone every once in a while, you're not really flying. That's a good point, Karen. As a matter of fact, I hit a tree the other day, and what happens sometimes is you end up breaking a propeller. Usually the propellers on there, and they are replaceable, but you really hate to do it with a drone that costs you so much money. All right, here we go. We're subbing. That's the way to do it, folks. If you sub a channel, go over there, watch one of their videos, make a comment. And I understand, different people say different things, but I heard this morning on Grandma Kelly's channel, somebody said you have to go back about once a month to stay sub to them. That young man actually looks like, oh, thanks. Thanks, Tracy. Appreciate that. I look at that picture, I was 38 years old when I retired from the military. 38 is pretty young, but in the military, 38's an old man because the military service takes a lot out of you physically and mentally. And I look back now, though, I did another 20 years in the electric utility business here as a technician. And I worked pretty hard there too. But I look back and I said, wow, I look so young. All right. Joy says, Donnie's waiting for his new glasses to come in and be found. He lost them on Dollywood roller coaster. Oh, I'll bet. Yeah. Yeah. Joy Bless Life did a great video going to Dollywood. That was fun to watch. Thank you, Rocky Mountain. Appreciate it very much. I was proud to serve. Proud to serve. Rock Butcher says Dad was 36 years in artillery. Wow. That's cool. I was in munitions. So bombs, bullets, and missiles is what I did. And my last assignment, they made me this. Let's see if you can see it here. But those are my stripes and my name, my decorations, and this flag was flown over the Capitol, United States Capitol, in my honor. And then on the plates here are all the assignments that I had through the 21 years, 4 months, and 7 days. And that included Davis-Monthan Air Force Base here in Arizona, Kadena Air Base, Japan. That's where I met Oki. Hill Air Force Base in Utah, which is Ogden, Utah. I went back to Kadena Air Base in Japan, in Okinawa, Japan. Then went to Pease Air Force Base, New Hampshire. Boy, you talk about a beautiful state. That's beautiful up there. Then I went to Offutt Air Force Base in Nebraska. And then I finished up where Jolly Matilda is in Langley Air Force Base in Virginia, another great state. And that was my career in a nutshell. 21 years, 4 months, and 7 days. Paper bag is saying hello. Yeah, mom was boss of the house for sure, especially when you're out traveling. That has to be that way. Diane saying hello to Raymond, paper bag nomad. Yeah, Dolly will find his glasses, that's for sure. She's probably already found them. I'll bet she's got quite a collection. There's paper bag nomad's channel, very good. Thank you both for posting that. Appreciate it. Let's see what Leanne says. I always say thank you to his wife for supporting him and being such a wonderful mother to his children. Leanne, that is important because the last thing you want to worry about when you're in the service and you're deployed is how the kids are doing, how your wife is doing. It's stressful enough to be out there working, but you need to know that you have a good solid foundation at home, and that's great. That's really great. Not just the military person serves, but the whole family does. That's exactly right, Grandma Kelly. You're right. There's Grandma Kelly's channel. Oh, okay. Grandma Kelly, we all look pretty slick in our dress uniforms. Yeah, you're right, Rock Butcher. Yeah. I don't think I know I couldn't squeeze in that. It's still over here in the trunk. And I pull it out once in a while and look at it and say, wow, boy, I was skinny back then. Of course, then I could run 10 miles, Can't do that anymore. Well, thank you, Grandma Kelly. Appreciate it. We have Crime Time, Wine Time. Love that name of that channel. Good morning, or afternoon, wherever you happen to be. Yeah, Paper Bag is very unique and entertaining for sure. I met him watching Van Life Rocks channel. That's where I run into him. There is Rock Butcher's channel. Oh, thank you, folks, for posting these links. I really appreciate it. I had some great mods. I got a drone stuck in a tree once at Blue River in Oklahoma. Yeah. Don't you hate that? You're trying to be careful. Sometimes things happen. There's Busby's channel. Check Busby Adventures out. Leanne says, my son has 1.5 years left to complete his 20 years, enlisted at 18. And I did too, Leanne. I enlisted at 18. That was in 1974. Can you tell? 1974. That's a long time ago. I was a lineman for 43 years. Old car junkie, Teddy? I worked around Lyman every day for 20 years. I was a technician in the back, did back shop work, worked on transformers, anything that hang on a power pole, built substations, maintained substations, have a lot of respect for linemen. Those linemen are the first ones out there when the power goes out, and they're the ones that are fixing things when the power does go out. Met my current wife in 2005. She looks at the pictures of me in my dress uniform. She says, "Dang it, how come we didn't meet back then?" That's funny. Yeah. Well, just tell her, Rock Butcher, just tell her, you met the better version of me back then, right? Because I don't know about you, but when I was back then, I wasn't the same person. Oh, you guys are talking about the shadow box. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's a nice memory for sure. Thank you. We had people that were carpenters in our unit that were actually civilians, and they made those for everybody who retired. KT says my dad's casket flag frame for my mother. Yeah, that's good. That's a good keepsake, and should be handed down. I watched some videos on Twitter where Ukraine was dropping bombs on Russia from a drone. Yeah. Yeah. Drones, regardless of what you think is happening over there, drone technology is really advancing. I think they're even looking at delivering from Amazon using some drones. I don't know if I want a box dropped on my head while I'm out working around the yard. All right, so we're coming up on 9:54. Don't forget, I don't think Ron's coming up next, Roy. I think you guys are coming up next, and I think Ron's just going to adjust his live after you guys. So there's Roy and Becky's. Be sure to check them out at the top of the hour. Thank you for your service, Rock Butcher. There's Roy and Becky. Live in 10 minutes. All right, Joyce says, amen. My dad was retired Navy, deployed 6 months. Yeah. Yeah, I was too. When I deployed, there was no internet or cell phones. 4 kids. My mom served as a faithful Navy wife too. That's awesome, Joy. Awesome. Yeah, I can't run 10 miles either. No way. Uh-oh, you're supposed to whisper that, Kelly. You know, my wife, Oki, says the same thing. I just tell her, you got a better version now because I'm home. Let's see, let me catching up. I'm scrolling. Incognito, metal detecting. Good morning. Incognito metal detecting. We bought a metal detector. We couldn't afford a real expensive one. Minelab 500 series is what we ended up with, and it works pretty good. We've done some metal detecting around our property here, and it's fun. It's definitely addicting. Yeah, anyone who wants a link posted, let the mods know. Yeah, and Jay says, yeah, her and Scott are rock hounds. And I think somebody posted Scott's channel earlier. Scrolling. All right, we're coming up on 3 minutes. Yeah, Roy was in artillery. He was in artillery. Thank you, Roy, for your service. Let's raid Roy and Becky here in 5 minutes. There's Ann Jay's channel. Good. Matthew says it's 8:56 in San Diego. All right, everyone. This has been the most people I have seen come into my live today. I thank every single one of you for watching today, spending your Monday morning with me. Thank you, Grandma Kelly. A lot of these folks you sent over, and I appreciate it so very much. Ava Potterfield sent folks over. Thank you very much, everyone. I'm going to play my outro video here, and we will see everyone next time.